Hello, so we're going to continue with Higher Mind Awakening, and we're on chapter Gemini. So the Gemini symbol is an ancient symbol for the rainbow bridge. Oh, I did not know that. It is pictured inside of an hourglass. So it is this symbol here on the book. So it's pictured inside an hourglass because that represents the time portal. This is the Horus gateway used to travel between the earthly worlds and the god worlds. In ancient Norse mythology, it also speaks of the rainbow bridge, Bilros, that connects Midgard, Earth, and Asgard, god worlds. One of the guardians of the doorways exiting the earthly worlds is Hercules. Along with his twin sons, the Pillars of Hercules originally teach this portal system. In Mesopotamian mythology, Meslamta is a guardian as well. We teach in Cracking the Crystal that Ea is a title for head of the earthly world. This is simply a guardian to those earth portals. Meslamta means the one who has risen from the underworld because of his duty as the portal guard. And I'm just going to show you that drawing there. In ancient Egypt, the Gemini symbol was associated with the Sphinx. A Sphinx is seen as a human head on a lion's body with wings. What this signifies is the merging of your angelic human essence with that of the earth. It represents the moment when your own twin essence becomes one. Your twin essence is your higher self and your lower self. It has always been within you, not without. Hidden behind frequency under the physical Egyptian Sphinx are chambers that lead to a mystery temple. This is the temple of Anubis. Many moons ago, initiates who were at step 12 of their higher mind ascending would go there. They would seek to meet Anubis and be escorted into hidden realms. The Sphinx is the combination of elements. The human head represents earth. The lion's form represents fire. The wings represent air. The final merger is with water. This is when Anubis escorts you across the cosmic waters for you to pass through a diamond plasma waterfall to become transformed. Lower mind. The lower mind is a mainframe designed for the human body to navigate dense reality planes within. I didn't read that right, I'm going to do that again. The lower mind is a mainframe designed for the human body to navigate dense reality planes with. Mainframe in navigational density. This mainframe assists with discernment and identification. In the lower densities, there are a mixture of organic and inorganic fields. This also can be seen as a connection to the Gemini symbol. That reflection of shadows and light. When you are standing between the pillars, they look the same. This is as if walking through the hall of mirrors and illusions. When any of the lower spectrum vibrations enter your mind, it causes confusion and chaotic thoughts to form. This is when shielding yourself from them multiplying is important. This shielding is accomplished by discernment and focus. Picture one locust swarming around you. It may be tolerable, but if need be, you can shield yourself from it. Now picture 1,000 locusts swarming towards you. This is a lot harder to shield. The locust symbolises chaotic thoughts created by inorganic energy fields. That's so interesting, just because when I was just in Ireland recently and we were just on the last, it was literally the end, and we were doing this sacred sites tour, and we was at the last stone circle, and as we were walking down, this woman that was on our tour was basically being attacked by all these midges, and there was literally, and it's just giving me that image, right, like one midget is fine, right, but she literally had like hundreds in a house. Like one came, two came, then all of a sudden loads came, they were going down. I mean, it was awful. I mean, I helped to get them off. I was just like, bless her bashing her head, just like, but it was just like, whoa, because I could feel her panic, right? Because they were going down her shirt, they were biting her, right? And that, yeah, just like with thoughts, right? If we've got one thought that is an inorganic thought, and there is so many inorganic thoughts out there. I'm going to link my video again. I think I linked it in one of the other videos, but I'm going to link it again about inorganic thoughts. It just attracts more and more. And if we're going to believe one of those thoughts, then it's going to attract more. We're going to believe the others, and it's going to take us down. So these are designed to distract you. What makes this existence unique is that you are mastering how to be a light worker in a place with unlimited distractions, right? It is so easy to become like Alice and travel further down the rabbit hole. When you do this, it is multiplying the thoughts in the lower mind. This is a vibration that will attract those same vibrations into your field. This is what causes people to become addicted to rabbit holes completely. And this is why they do it, right? They totally know. They're basically robbing your consciousness. When you get pulled into these rabbit holes, your consciousness is being stolen from you. You know, social media is brilliant at that. This is why the story of Medusa turning men into stone is taught. The snakes represent those locust thoughts that are what keep you stuck on time loops, frozen in time. Time is a sphere, and you are encased within it. If you walk forward, the sphere moves with you. If you walk backwards, the sphere moves with you. You control the sphere does not control you. So that's an extract from Jesus from Instill the Grain. See time as the ocean, with each wave being a timeline. Go with the current and you will always succeed. It is when you fight the waves that you fail. Only the ocean controls the waves. In life you paddle when they come. Don't look back and trust the flow of the current. This is how you live in the now moment. This is how you anchor your consciousness within your heart, because its wholeness exists within the now. When you are anchored in your heart, then your very own vibrational elixir is streaming through you. This is then emitting from your field, causing you to attract that of the same frequency. This is when those moments happen along your spiritual journey, where you feel you found your tribe. What is occurring is the collective consciousness of your own soul tree reuniting. As this unification takes place, it allows a portal to open. This then causes the vibrational spectrum of the 144 to anchor upon the earth grid. Mind spectrum. You have 144 vibrational spectrums of the mind, God source. Within them are 144,000 hairline light streams carrying unlimited light particles. These 144 spectrums consist of 72 shadows and 72 light frequencies. Now, view the sadness frequency. Then it says in bracket as pain palette 1 as one of the light streams. Held within it are unlimited particles, meaning that when you vibrate in the sadness frequency, you have the ability to magnify all of those particles into your reality. Archangel Metatron speaks. When you are working with the pineal gland, the thalamus, and all that area of the brain, you are working with the magical scepter. The thalamus is the great pyramid, because like any pyramid, it is the source of energy, light. You have a capstone that spins upon it, which is the conductor sending the energy. However, even the capstone itself must receive the energy. When you look upon a pyramid, see it as a prism of light. When you take a clear crystal quartz pyramid and you have light enter it, it then bends and reflects out like a stream. However, if you take a prism and it is hitting at a certain angle, not able to fully project out the entire spectrum of light, it may be stronger in the colour red. This is no different than if you are taking that crystal and holding it up to the sun to reflect upon your wall. Sometimes it is so beautiful that all you can see, all the colours, This is no different than you are looking at it in the sky. Sometimes you can see all the colours in the sky, and sometimes it is simply strong in pink hue. And sometimes it is mainly strong in pink hues. When you look at these colours, let us now break them down into different dimensions and densities of existence, of physicality. If your mind is crystal clear of what is labelled as the ego layers, meaning that it's fully collapsed to where you only have that crystal sheath of plasma, brain fluid, then the light is able to pass through smoothly to activate the pineal gland, which is the capstone needed to project the information to the thalamus. It is from there that it can drip, drip, drip. I love the thought of that. Just drip, drip, drip into your spine, that dripping honey, that Christos light, which is your vertebrae housing your angelic DNA. This is when you have these activations, these DNA upgrades. Now, when it comes to what you are able to perceive, not only as a conscious being, but in the physical world, that is going to be a part of the spectrum that is emitted from your magical mind scepter. Going back, reiterating, if you are only able to see a few colours that emit from that prism, that is blockage. That blockage is from emotions, stuck energy. Energy is meant to pass through. Along with that, you have the consciousness field that is working with the mental programming, meaning the mental body. Because going back, cracking the chrysalis, what we taught is the way you are able to work your magical mind scepter, which projects the reality that you exist within, you created. You always have a blank canvas in every now moment. You are the master creator of what appears on that canvas. How do you do that? You go back to the basics, the emotions, the emotional body, what is available there. That is your palette of paint. The more emotionally available you are and open you are, the more colours you have to choose from. The paintbrush is your mental body, the type of paintbrush, and once again the availability that you have to use different types of brushes that is determined by how mentally available and stable you are. That then becomes what you use to then project out through your magical mind scepter, what is painted upon your reality. The best example is the old saying of how you can look at life as a glass of water, half full or half empty. So if you have an unbalanced emotional and mental mindset, you will see life as half empty. The spectrum we see most get stuck in is victimhood. If you are that negative person who likes to stay in the victimhood spectrum, let me blame the world and everyone else why I am what I am. When there is no one to blame because everything outside of you create. It is a mirrored reflection of what is in you. If you have shadow aspects within you that need to be loved, healed and balanced because everything should be from a neutral viewpoint, then that is exactly what the world is going to show you. If you are constantly seeing the beauty in everyone and everything, then that is showing you simply who you are, because everything is beautiful. It is all divine. This is what we ask you all to focus upon and go back to the basics. Mind prism exercise. On a piece of paper, draw 4 triangles. Write what is important to you for creating a clear mind crystal. Hold on, I'm going to say that again. So on a piece of paper, draw 4 triangles. Write what is important to you for creating a clear mind crystal pyramid in each one. Draw a square. Write 4 actions you are committing to in order to maintain them on each of the 4 sides. Okay, so we've got a square in the middle and we've got the 4 triangles here. So we're writing on those triangles what it is that we need to commit to, what actions, in order to keep a crystal clear mind. So for me, I'd probably have meditation, and I am committed to meditation. It's what keeps me connected. something that I've been doing on and off, and I know when I do it, my mind feels so much clearer, more embodied, is a separate breathing practice. So whilst I do a lot of breathing in my meditations, a separate breathing practice. So breathing practice, stretching, dancing, yoga, moving the body, nature. Those are my 4 things that really keep me in balance. Well, there's more than 4 because it's also my food, but maybe I'd put those 4 things. So visualize connecting all of the triangles to the square. Visualize this as the foundation of your mind crystal. Now point it down so the light can enter your body. See one pointed upwards, shining above your head to your pillar of light. This is your higher mind crystal. Do weekly check-ins to visualize them and see your higher mind crystal slowly descend. So this is the diagram there. Oh, next page. Do breath work to feed the bright white light of your essence into your mind crystal. Each time you feel a shadow particle enter your mind, visualize cleaning your mind crystal. Spin it at faster vibrational octaves until you see a white light flash. With your breath, expand this light until it bursts into fairy dust. See this dusting cleanse the shadow particle and transform it into gold. What I'm going to say to you, when we're asked to do something like this and we start to do it and we think, oh, I can't visualize this, I can't see this happening, right? Just know that your energy body is doing it. When you give it a command to do something, it's doing it. Whether you are aware of that or not, and I'll give you a good example of this. So you just need to trust the process, just trust that it's happening. And the more that you do it, the more you'll start to connect to it, and perhaps see it happening visually, perhaps not, perhaps just feel it happening. And that was when I first started doing meditations for cleansing, opening and connecting to my chakras. I couldn't feel anything. I couldn't feel my chakras, but I just trusted that they were there. I just knew they existed, and I loved doing the meditations. And then a few years after being consistent doing it, boom, I could feel all of my chakras. I could feel them, and I could put my attention on one, and I could ask it to spin one way and it would, or spin the other. I could even get it to go in a figure of 8. I could get it to do whatever I wanted if I just thought it in my mind. So just know that it's happening whether you're aware of it or not. Sometimes we can think, oh, I don't know how to do it, I'm not getting it right, it's obviously not working, but that's not truth. So just know that if you struggle, if when I read that you try and do it and you don't feel like it's happening, just trust that it is. At week 6, slowly inhale the light into your mind crystal. At week 6, hold on, I'm confused there, hold on. Oh, sorry, because it says do weekly check-ins to visualize them and see your higher mind crystal slowly descend. Do breath work. Each time you feel a shadow particle coming up. So what's a shadow particle? It's something that is, a negative thought about ourselves, that is an inorganic thought form. We might be saying to ourselves, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm too this, I'm too that. All these critical, judgmental thoughts, these are those shadow particles that then it's asking you to then visualize clearing your mind crystal. So at week 6, slowly inhale the light into your mind crystal. As you exhale with your mouth closed to keep the breath within your mind, project the light prism out of your 3rd eye chakra. Do this 3 times. You will feel a tingling sensation in your 3rd eye. This is cleansing and expanding it. Do this exercise nightly before bed to allow your higher essence to flow through the body while it rests. You will notice pinpoint diamond light sparks from time to time around you. This is your reality shifted into a higher density. Some will even see white wisps moving. These are your spirit guides. As you continue to do this, you will notice your energy becoming more sensitive. You will notice your energy becoming more sensitive. It is simply the non-physical senses enhancing to accommodate your vibration. For a more dedicated journey, please see our 6-month energy check-in journal, so you can get that on Amazon. Right, so I'm going to leave it there, but just to excite you for the next chapter, it's Atlanta, so this might be quite interesting. So I'm going to leave it there for today, and I'll be releasing another one shortly.